So Miss Lee 145 is saying, what do we think about what's been going on in Nigeria, and why is the media pretending like it's not happening, John?
There's actually a lot going on in Nigeria. I think what we're talking about here is these attacks on Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria has a serious separatist problem and a serious problem with organizations that are associated with ISIS or with the branch of Al Qaeda that we see in the Sahel. But there have been many attacks on Christian schools, on churches, even on orphanages that have resulted in the deaths of thousands of people. Just a few weeks ago, there was a church where people had taken refuge from one of these groups, and they just went in and set the place on fire and burned everybody up inside.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not talking about that in the West. You think that would be tailor-made for right-leaning American media, for example, and
Yeah,
nobody's
on the
really
far
paying
right,
attention.
they mention this sometimes,
Yeah,
like on OAN and stuff like that.
right. On OAN, you'll see it in Breitbart once in a while.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
like, yeah, mainstream Fox News doesn't even touch it.
no.
And yeah, it is weird. I mean, sometimes you'll look at an issue and you'll be like, as a lefty, I'll be like, it is weird that
Yeah,
like these
it
things
is.
aren't being covered. And I don't know that, like, honestly, I don't see why attacks on Christians should be something that only right wingers care about.
That's right.
Uh, I mean, lefties should care about that too.
Yeah.
But I mean, religious freedom is super important. I got to tell you, the discomfort I think probably on the left comes from like, uh, you know, these are quote unquote traditional Black people
Hmm.
killing other people, and we don't like to think that that happens, and it's icky, and it's like not simple. It's not like the Black person as victim all the time, and
Hmm.
so whenever there's a narrative that makes liberals a little uncomfortable, they just punt.
Yeah, they do. That's true. That's true. They punt. And we should be outraged anytime something like that happens. We should be outraged when Christians are murdered just because they're Christians, just like we should be appalled when Muslims are murdered because they're Muslims, or Jews just because they're Jews. These people in Manchester, they're just
Yeah.
going to temple.